18 playoffs game between Forthethrills versus Moca. We are in the matchup between Teabag versus Will Show You Hero Puddle. This is a best of 3. Whoever loses is out.
5 seconds remaining.
So we have a first ban, Sand King from the Dire side, not too surprising there. The TA definitely more of a surprising pick. I don't know why mouse is moving here. We seem to be on some broadcasting. And there's a lone druid ban, is very strong in the current meta, and if the enemy has a player that plays that hero very well, you definitely want to ban that out. We'll see what's gonna continue with the bans.
10 seconds remaining.
I would like to see something like a Vengeful Spirit banned from the Dire side, from the Radiant side, because otherwise Dire is most likely going to pick that up. It's a very, very strong opening support hero. There we have a Pudge ban. Nobody wants to play against that hero. Neither high nor low MMR. It is just too big and too fat of a hero to deal with. Too big of a problem, I mean. We're gonna see what's gonna be the last ban from the Dire side here. It's gonna be Naga Siren being banned out. They don't want to deal with the split push. They believe that the Forthethrills is gonna be very, very strong. Forthethrills, the team, is gonna be very, very strong on that hero, so they are going to take it out. Now we're gonna see what's gonna be the last ban of this first ban phase. Again, maybe some support heroes that you believe can be very, very strong, even in lower MMR players. rd2l season works in a way that every team has really, really good players and some a bit lower MMR players. So getting those lower MMR players, the heroes they can excel on, is something you want to avoid. Because nearly every low MMR player has heroes that they are very, very comfortable on and can play at, if not above, their MMR. But they also have heroes that they are very, very below their MMR. There's the Vengeful Spirit ban. So we'll see how Dire is going to open up now. I don't know anybody of this Dire side. Are those... I'm not 100% sure. They might be the team with the Phoenix spammer.
10 seconds remaining.
Not 100% sure.
5 seconds remaining.
So we'll see what's gonna be the opening pick here for the Dire. Now that Vengeful Spirit is out of the pool, there is a Venomancer. Venomancer untouched by the bans, and has been a highly contested first pick material for many, many teams. We'll see if Dire decides to go with that.
Radiant team pick.
They go with the Shadow Shaman. Very good lockdown and some tower push, so you know that there is already some good tower push happening, as well as you have some lockdown. So that's pretty good. Apparently we have at the moment 2 curses right here. And they are going to respond with Alina. Alina has a stun for the shackles. And are they gonna go? Sand King is not in the pool, so maybe LC or Centaur would be the next 2 best offlaners, I feel like. LC might struggle a bit against Shadow Shaman, but ultimately should be fine. Same for Centaur, and they go with the Tiny. Interesting pickup. Tiny here. Tiny, a very flexible pickup. He can go safe lane. He can be support. He can even go mid. And there we have a Phoenix pickup. Gonna reduce the attack speed from that Tiny heavily, as well as from the Lina. And we'll see how this is going to work out. And we'll
Dire
see
team
now in
back.
terms of bans. We have an Arc
Radiant
Warden getting
team
banned
back.
out. Don't want to see that hero in my games. Razor being banned out from the Radiant, and now a Broodmother ban. Dire really making sure you don't want to get cheesed in
Radiant
this
team
best of
pick.
3 playoffs. This is your tournament lives. If you lose, your team has disbanded. You're very, very sad. Everybody starts crying. Apocalypse has begun for you, and you contemplate suicide. That's pretty much what happens every rd2l season. People get very, very sad and contemplate suicide. There is a Drow Ranger ban. Let's get
10
away from that
seconds remaining.
talk there. And now
5 seconds
we
remaining.
most likely have supports being picked up from both teams so far. What now? The Dire Radiant wants to most likely pick up their offlaner here against Phoenix. Stampede is really good, so I would advise Centaur. Centaur would be really nice. Ravage, Tidehunter could be of use. We'll see what they decide to go with here. You want something against the Phoenix Axe, either Stampede away, like they use Phoenix Axe and you use Stampede and you run away. And you don't look back. Cool guys don't look at explosions, so you know, what can you do? Dipping heavily into reserve time here, and it is a Doom. Oh, so they want to just prevent the egg from happening all around. Doom should be pretty fine against Shadow Shaman. The regen, if he gets a Seder creep. Oh no, that's not really possible anymore, is it? With the change to Devour. But he has a good regen. So
10 seconds remaining.
we'll see how that goes. So it's a doomed
5
Lina
seconds
off lane.
remaining.
That's a lot of damage. That's kill potential. If you land a stun with the Lina into Infernal Blade, Scorched Earth, that's gonna be a lot of damage, and you might be going down, depending on what your safe lane is. But they haven't banned out Ursa, so I'm a bit surprised why Dire doesn't just pick up Ursa. Ursa, very, very good hero against Doom. Also kind of good against Tiny. Lina, it's... But, I mean, why wouldn't you just pick Ursa here? Ursa, the big counter to Doom.
Radiant team pick.
And they go with a Viper. Ooh, Viper being picked up here. So they... Viper getting picked up here. So they have now all 2 flying heroes. And that's gonna be a Viper mid.
10 seconds remaining.
So Viper mid, you have Phoenix in the
5
off lane and
seconds
Shadow Shaman
remaining.
in the safe lane. Doesn't Viper mid just get countered by something like Conquer? I'm a bit surprised by that Viper pickup, to be honest. The Grimstroke. Ooh, so we have the double Doom, double Laguna Blade. Nice. I like this opening from Radiant. They acted as if the Tiny could be support by picking it up in the first phase. And now they picked up Doom. And so now they can also pick up
10
Grimstroke,
seconds remaining.
which is a very, very good combo with Doom.
5 seconds remaining.
It's also it's a very strong laning presence. They could even go for something like Juggernaut. No, it's Tiny safe lane. It's or Tiny mid. Huh. Well, I guess we'll have to see. If they pick up Juggernaut in the safe lane, you can just Inkswell and spin, and people have to be careful around that. It's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Now Dire, what do they want to pick up? They need something to counter the team fight. Ravage? But then you just get doomed every fight. You need something that's not as big of an ultimate that Doom wants to doom you every fight, but is still a good impact in the team fight. Of course they have Phoenix Axe, which isn't bad. And there they go with the Ursa. And so they go with the Ursa, who's gonna be... should be winning his lane against the Doom. Do you lane the Doom with the Grimstroke? Doom Grimstroke can be very strong with Inkswell and Scorched Earth. And that might have some kill potential against the Ursa Shadow Shaman lane.
Dire team ban.
And there is a Timber Saw being banned out. Yeah, they wouldn't really have many ways to deal with the Timber Saw, so I like that ban. I like that ban. And let's see what's gonna be the last ban here from We'll Show You Hero Puddle. Morphling being banned out. Yeah. So what's gonna be the last hero here? They need an offlane hero. Unless it's Viper offlane. Do they go for Puck? Puck could be very elusive, but it's hard to play into Grimstroke Doom. Tiny.
10 seconds remaining.
But Puck completely untouched this entire draft. Same with Venomancer. They go with the Axe. Woo! Some good old fashioned offlane Axe. The red man is back on the table, man. And we'll see what is Radiant gonna go with in the mid lane.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Using all of the reserve time for this last pick, of course. I mean, nothing to save here for. And this is the game 1 in this best of 3 rd2l playoff series. They need something to deal with the Ursa. Oh, there they go with the OD. Ooh, that's a really nice pickup here. I like the OD pickup. I think it's really, really nice. And it's gonna be really strong against Axe, against Ursa, against Viper. It's a really good OD game. Gotta say. Pretty good OD game. Pretty good OD game. And it is the safe lane Tiny. So how does Tiny fare versus Axe? Don't really know. I feel like Axe, is he just gonna go to cut creep waves? Don't really see Grimstroke or Lina being able to contest that very much there. So far, I would give the edge to the Radiant team. I believe the OD is a very, very good pickup here. And we'll see how strong it turns out to be. Shadow Shaman can make a lot happen if he doesn't get bursted down at the beginning of every team fight. And there we are loading into the game now, boys. There we have a beautiful Viper. Last match's Viper 16-7-22. Ugh. Disgusting. And immediately into the pause here. And I want a free camera. That's right. And we have on the Radiant team, we have Forgive Me After playing the Doom, Grace on the OD, Mini Cold on the Tiny, Lanker on the Grimstroke, and the captain of the team Forthethrills playing the position for Lina. Meanwhile, on the Dire side, we have Seville on the Ursa, Shadonra on the Viper. We have Prophet on the Axe, Nixon's, I guess. Nixon's on the Shadow Shaman, and Redman Master tier Phoenix player. And we'll be skipping ahead just till after the pause. Dum 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 dum. Up, yep, yep, up, up. There we are. There we are. And we are into the game, boys. And there we see Odie. He is gonna go mid against this Viper. Don't really know how this is gonna fare out. I feel like Odie shouldn't really die there though. So and that is the Lina going with the Doom. So it is Grimstroke with the tiny down bottom. And already a ward, observer ward being placed down by the Phoenix to watch the pull camp. Is there an observer ward in this off lane? No, they gave their ward to mid, I guess. Yes, they did.
30 seconds to battle.
And they have a ward here. It seems to be nobody wants to be really fighting for the runes, so... Or before the runes even spawn. Lina is gonna get maybe this one here alone, but Ursa is now coming over. Has to... I mean, she has a stun. And Shadow Shaman is also coming, so now you have to be careful. And it seems to be... There is the stun. And it is a 3-for-1 runes for the Radiant side. Forthethrills with the stun gets the rune under the bear's nose. And there has been a ward already been cut down. Very well played by the Phoenix player, knowing it. They're gonna place a ward down here. Oops. Oh, was there a ward? Not anymore. Already some money for the Phoenix. And there we see already Fire Spirit's very, very annoying to deal with for the Tiny with his low attack speed. It's gonna have some trouble getting some last hits here. Yeah, you see that sword is suddenly getting really heavy. That sword is getting really heavy. Oh, they go on to the Doom here, but nice stun there from the Lina to save the Doom. And they're gonna try to go back in. And they get the first blood on the Shadow Shaman.
First blood.
Forgive me after with the turnaround with a salve. And this Ursa is taking a lot of harass damage so far from this Lina. Meanwhile, mid seems to be going quite well for the Viper. 6-2 to the 4-2 of OD. And this Ursa is getting bullied out of lane quite hard here by this Lina. Meanwhile, I miss a kill down bottom. They went on to the Phoenix with an Avalanche and Inkswell combo. And that does take the bird down. Meanwhile, down up top, Lina just continuing to put out those right clicks onto both heroes, making the life rather easy for the Doom. Phoenix is playing pretty aggressive here with the Fire Spirits. Nice deny there. Taking so long to swing that tree. There is a dive forward to go for the courier. Courier not gonna hide in the woods fast enough. And that's a courier snipe from the Phoenix. So no more courier passive gold for the Tiny. He is getting pushed on the tower here. But Phoenix is getting really low. He doesn't have dive anymore. Getting F stunned. Is there another stroke of fate? He has landed. No, doesn't even. The right clicks are enough. Well played there by Lenker. Getting the kill on the Phoenix. OD has to be careful. It's 11 denies. Both players looking very, very strongly for those denies. Getting the range creep denied.
Dire's top tower is under
And
attack.
there the Ursa is gonna try to go onto this Doom here, asking for the Shadow Shaman to come in. But he's saying, hey, Lina is coming in as well. Down bottom, we see the stun onto the Axe. Axe is simply gonna turn around, and they wanna find now the kill onto this Grimstroke. Grimstroke is getting low. Are there any spins? No, but it's not needed, and the tree toss will kill the Axe in return. So a 1-for-1 trade. Meanwhile, up top, stun onto the Ursa. Lina is getting low here. Dragon Slave, she gets the kill on the Ursa before she goes down, and now Doom is gonna try to run this Shadow Shaman down as well. Double kill, no, not double kill. Lina got the kill on the Ursa, but 2 kills for the Radiant side onto this on this top lane. And they are turning this around on the Phoenix once again, diving aggressively forward. And he pays the price for this. Just simply Avalanche, Inkswell, that wasn't really needed. Anti Toss is enough damage to make quick work of the Phoenix. And they are trying to go on to Lina once again. There are the shackles. Is it gonna be enough damage there? Lina is getting low. They're turning their attention now to the Doom. No. Ursa does jump forward and gets the kill on the Lina. They're trying to also do away with Doom, but Doom is too tanky. There is another Athershock. Who's gonna get the last hit? And it is the Doom. Very close call there. Now it's a double kill for the Doom. And he is most likely just going to Shrine. Shrine was already used. Never mind. That was most likely what he said. And they are going onto this Grimstroke again. Call on him. And he's gonna try to go for the Courier. And one hit. He needs a second one. The Sunray, a lot of damage. There's the Fire Spirit. And that is gonna end his life. So Dire is fighting back. They are getting the kills. 9-4 now. It's a 1k lead for the Radiant in these first 6 minutes.
No, you don't.
And they are also trying to go on the Tiny. Meanwhile, there is a fight up top. There's a Doom used onto the Ursa. Doom already being level 6. Absolutely demolishing the Shadow Shaman. Axe is also getting low. And he is getting really low here. A few more right clicks. There's the tree. And the last right click is enough. Another kill for the Grimstroke, doing very well in this game so far. Tiny also just hit level 6. All 3 cores of the Radiant have hit level 6. Way before their counterparts. And this Doom lane seems to be going really, really well. Ursa has a lot of damage, but he is only level 4. Doom is level 6. Quite a level difference there. This Doom is having a really good game so far. And we saw the potency of the Doom. Simply use it on the Ursa, and he's taking so much damage at this early stage, he cannot deal with it. Same goes down here. Tiny level 6, Axe only level 5. Fire Spirits are going to hit him. He has a tree. Avalanche into a toss. Meanwhile, OD did go down mid. And there is a 2-hero call, but it's not going to be enough. Actually, there is the Inkswell on the Axe. Is Axe going to go down here as well? They're not going to pursue. Meanwhile, mid. Was there a rotation? It didn't look like it. Simple kill with the Viper Strike onto the OD. OD overstayed his welcome a little bit. And now Doom has to be a bit careful. He is now more alone in this lane, but he has a good advantage. A head start. And OD is here now too. They are banishing the Shadow Shaman and they are gonna settle for this kill. He's gonna get hexed, but 1, 2, 3 hits and he is gonna go down. He's actually surviving a lot longer than I expected him to. Meanwhile, mid, they are going on to the Lina, and Lina has been Viper struck. And is she going to die from this? Ooh, going down very, very low. Using her wand and eating a tango kept her alive there. It is now 13-5, 2k net worth lead for the Radiant. And if we go to net worth, we see it is mostly on this Doom and this Tiny. Now OD is back in the mid. He has a little bit of a level disadvantage against this Viper. But still, his hero is going to be very, very good against the Axe as well as the Ursa. That's what they picked him for. And Dire is falling behind in this laning phase. And they are resorting to jungling. Ursa still only level 5. Oh, has found the poor man's shield. And now outposts are becoming available as well as the 10-minute runes. There is a rotation here from the Shadow Shaman down bottom. He is gonna slow him down, but he realizes he cannot stay here and he is gonna get out of here. 3 people down bottom from the Dire and the Radiant is gonna get this top outpost. And in terms of bounty runes, it is a 1-for-1. And now it's a 3-for-1 for the Dire. That is definitely going to help their game. And there wasn't banish in mid, but not much else happening there. And up, down, bottom, they're trying to go on to this Grimstroke. Grimstroke is getting hexed, and there's the call. There's an avalanche here. Toss not going to hit the right creep. There is a Phoenix Sun, and the egg is going to pop, and the Tiny is down. OD ultimate is gonna take down the Shadow Shaman, but at what price? He has to banish himself, but Axe is still here. He can call again. Calls too early! There's the Sunray. Sunray, is it gonna be enough? It is, and Grace is gonna go down. And that's not worth it. Dark rotation was not worth it for the OD. He has dive up in a little bit. Nice sidestep there for the Stroke of Fate. Can sidestep the Dragon Slave like that. Oh, and the LSA not going to hit. They need a few more right click. And the last Stroke of Fate from Lanker wasn't sidestepped. And the Phoenix does go down. Oh, overall, very good trade for the Dire. They get the Tiny. They get the OD. They get the Grimstroke. Very, very good fight there. We see Phoenix having a pretty good game so far, having more net worth than the Ursa, but hopefully that is going to change soon. Tiny has finished now the Mask of Madness, and he has 2 supports here. They want to fight this. Ursa is also ready. They don't have Phoenix Sun. There's a call on to the Grimstroke. Soulbind is going to latch onto the Phoenix. Double Laguna Blade, but it's not enough. There, and Grimstroke is going to go down to the claws of Ursa. Ursa once more. He is going to go forward, toss back. There is a Hex. Nice LSA, but there are the shackles under the tower. There is a TP in from the big scary Doom. There is a 3-man call, but he does go down. There is a banish on the Ursa, I assume. Yes, Ursa is getting banished. He is enraged. He doesn't take much damage, but can he deal enough? No, he can't. He does go down. They find the Doom in the backlines with the Viper, and there is the Phoenix Sun now. Do they have enough right clicks? Yes, they do. Phoenix does go down in the same time as Tiny does, and now this fight might come to a close. And the Shadow Shaman going down as the last kill of this team fight. Lina getting a triple kill, closing in on her Ether Lens. But that fight was very, very chaotic. Doom going down, a hugely impactful for the Dire. We see they lost 4 heroes, but they still gained more net worth from this fight. And we are now at a pretty even game in this. You see, the Radiant came ahead in terms of in the laning phase, but now it's pretty much down to 0-0 advantage, same as in experience. This OD didn't have Sanity's Eclipse for that last team fight. Very, very unfortunate. The egg was coming off right in the right second for the Phoenix to make a play there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Viper is pushing this tier 1 tower with his DD. Viper has finished the drums now. Meanwhile, OD is gonna go for an Aether Lens. Has finished 3 Null Talisman. So a warding mission from the Shadow Shaman. And the Ursa, he is also gonna go drums right into Basher. And the Axe trying to finish up a Hood of Defiance. He's going on to this Grimstroke. There is a Soulbind into both hero stuns. And there is another, what's it called? Phantom's Embrace. And now OD is here and he drops the hammer. And that's a dead bird. But now Viper is here and Grimstroke might just die to the damage over time. Yes, he does. Meanwhile, Lina does find the kill on the Shadow Shaman and they are looking to take this tier 1 mid here. Is there a rotation from the Viper to defend that tower? OD getting involved, getting kills. He has to make a bit of a comeback from his laning phase, same as the Ursa. But Ursa can go into the Roshan pit much more easily. Oh, they are going forwards. They see the Doom here. Doom is gonna use his Scorched Earth, and he's gonna use the Doom onto the Ursa. Ursa taking a lot of damage. There's a call from the Axe now, and Viper has come now too. There's a Phoenix Axe, and Radiant has to run. They can't fight in this. And Doom is gonna go down to the explosion from the Phoenix, and Phoenix is gonna go up the hill. And he's gonna sacrifice his life. He said, Doom, you sacrificed yours, I'll sacrifice mine. We okay. And now Radiant wants to fight this. OD has come. There's a Laguna Blade on the Viper. Viper is now limping with her wings. LSA is going to miss. And OD is going up against 3 heroes and the Shrine. He is in a very precarious situation. There's the Shackles on the OD. Shrine was used and the Culling Blade on the OD. OD is down, but so is the Viper. Now they're going forward to get the Shadow Shaman as well. And Tiny is here. He has used his Mat of Madness and is simply going to TP out. Shadow Shaman is safe. And Ursa simply going for some Bounty Runes and Outposts.
Money to burn.
And it is a 2-for-2 exchange. It looks like Radiant gonna get this one here as well. In terms of Outposts, I don't know. There were too many kills happening. God damn it. Too many kills in this game. Very, very chaotic fight there. They lost the Doom to the Supernova. And there is a Hex on the Doom. And Glyph to keep the tower alive. Nice 2-hero call with the Blink Dagger. And Quelling Blade on the Grimstroke. Grimstroke is down. And Radiant has to retreat. Axe is very, very fast. He has another call in 1 second. And he's gonna get the call before the LSA. And Lina is down with the spins from the Axe. Double kill for Prophet. Is he gonna blink over there? Blink! He didn't have call up. He didn't have call up. There is a Battle Hunger on the Doom, but Doom is gonna speed away. He wants to turn this around. There's another call. And Doom is in a world of trouble. He has to fight against all of them, and he is dying. Dire playing very, very well to their strengths. And that was the blink reveal of Axe. I don't think Radiant was aware that Axe had a Blink Dagger. But what a blink reveal it was. Can't really ask for more. In the meantime, it is Tiny just farming. He has a Yasha now. Finished together with his Mask of Madness. And if you've never seen safe lane carry Tiny, it's a force to be reckoned with. It's pretty good. Especially in the later stages of the game. There's a smoke now from Radiant.
Dire's middle tower
There is an invisibility rune, and it has been picked up. They spot this, and they say careful. Viper has to be very, very careful here. They find the Viper with the invis rune. There's the banish. Are they gonna time the stun right? There is the stun. No, the stun was too early. There is a soulbind onto 2 heroes. But the counter initiation with the call. Hammer has been dropped. Double Doom, double Laguna Blade is gonna finish the Viper. Shadow Shaman going down as well, and now they focus their attention onto the Axe, and Axe is going to go down as well. OD absolutely uncontested in this fight, wreaking havoc.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
Very, very nice there with the Soulbind. The call from the Axe, you can't really ask for more, but Dire didn't have the numbers to fight this team fight. And now the OD has a Force Staff finished. It's gonna go into Axe next. Delina has been playing very well, getting actually kind of close to a Yule Scepter after having just finished the Aetherlands. And Ursa is here. Nice 2-hero call again by the Axe, and they get the kills on the 2 supports. This Axe been playing very, very well. Has a Hood of Defiance now, gonna go into a Blade Mail. The Ursa has found Vampire Fangs and very close to finishing up his Skull Basher. The Viper also a Hood of Defiance into a Pipe. Meanwhile, the Doom has finished the flats and is gonna go into a Solar Crest. Has finished the Medallion. Dire is pressuring this tier 2 here. Both teams had an outpost. We'll see who gets how many runes. Does Radiant want to contest this? They use the glyph. And there is a TP in from the OD. Is there gonna be a call? Ursa is ready. He has used Overpower. And there, Blink Forward call is going to miss. Very close there. LSA is going to hit onto the Axe and immediate banish. Are they going to turn this around? Yes, they will try to. Axe is getting low and Axe is dead. Dire has to retreat now. And the question is, can Radiant get any more kills here? Doom sees the Ursa. Ursa is getting low. Another slow from the Purge here. And Ursa is getting really low here. Viper cannot really do much there. Oh, there's the save from the Phoenix with the heal. Are they going to be able to deny him? Doom is going to last too long. He has to be denied, but meanwhile they are taking care of the Viper, of the Phoenix. There's the Phoenix X, but they are simply trying to hit it. There's an LSA to stop the Shackles. Phoenix is going to go down, and so is the Shadow Shaman. And now it is going the other way. Radiant is attacking, has taken a tier 2. Are they gonna go for tier 3s? Buyback force from the Phoenix. It is a 5k lead all of a sudden. And this Tiny is shredding towers. This tier 3 is gone. It's bye-bye. Tiny, Mask of Madness, Sanj and Yasha going into BKB next. 10k net worth at 21 minutes in. He's been doing very well. Already hit level 15. And they are taking shrines now too. Only shrine now. It's only one more shrine to take.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
And there we have a pause. In terms of items, what has now just... Oh, cat issues. I know those. I know those far too often. Love my cats. So we have a Nether Shawl on the Lina. We have the Ether Lens on the Grimstroke as well, so lots of range. There is the Force Staff on the OD. On the Dire side, we have an Urn of Shadows as well as Veil on the Phoenix. And apart from that, it's kinda it. Does Ursa have finished the Basher? No, not yet, not yet. Needs 200 more gold. 200 more gold to get the item that makes Ursa so strong. Gonna skip forward here for a little bit. So this team fight pretty much putting Radiant heavily in favor. as they've taken a tier 3. They've taken the shrine, and they've taken a not a commanding, but a lead in this game. But I would say, like, if they can't control the Ursa and the axe, like, Ursa is gonna deal so much damage. And there we have the unpause. They did take out the... They take out the shrine. And Radiant, we are closing in on the BKB for Tiny. OD is gonna go for an Aether Lens, it looks like. Interesting choice here. New OD is very interesting to buy. Meanwhile, there's a DD for the Ursa, and he's just gonna try to do Roche. I like this choice. Has also finished his Skull Basher now. Is Radiant going to suspect this? They have a scan up. There has been now finished the Solar Crest as well as the Yule Scepter for Radiant. Are they going to suspect this? No, Roshan falls. Aegis in the hands of Dire, and that's very, very good for the Ursa. Radiant has to play a little bit more cautious now. They can't just use Doom on Ursa. He will come back with the second life. OD has now enough gold to finish up the Aether Lens. And they are trying to make a go here onto this Doom. But Doom, his Spidey senses were tingling and he got away just in time. The rest of his team is coming now. They want to defend this tier 1 here. They set up some vision, and OD, he has a Pupil's Gift, he has an Aether Lens, and he's gonna go into an Axe now. Does Dire want to push? But does Dire want to push it here now? No, they are going to TP out. Viper as well as Ursa say, I don't want nothing to do with this no more. And they are going to retreat. There is a direct smoke up by the Radiant. They want to take back the outpost as well as find some kills here. OD is taking the outpost while the rest is going to invade this jungle here now. And Axe is walking around here. Are they gonna find the Axe here? They find him with the Yule Scepter. And there is the stun into the Infernal Blade and the Scorched Earth and the Phantom Embrace. And goodbye, Axe. And that's your initiation gone. 8k lead now for the Radiant. Meanwhile, Tiny was just farming. He has now his BKB finished and it's on the courier. He has hit level 18. He is hitting so hard with his tree. And there is his BKB. Mindbreaker found by the OD. That's a pretty good item on him. Now Bounty Runes, one has been picked up by the Radiant. The other two bottom have been picked up by the Dire. And the last one is still there. Dire has to find a team fight where they catch up, preferably, I would say, the Doom, and can kill him before he can do anything. But that's very difficult because Doom has 2,500 health, has a Paladin sword now, and has 21 armor with that Solar Crest. Is there gonna be a smoke up here? They show the Ursa mid. Ursa has an Aegis, so he's the preferable bait. And they find the call onto the Doom here. And dude, are they gonna have enough damage to kill him? Phoenix forward into the egg, but Tiny is here to hit it, and that's Phoenix down. Doom did go down, but he immediately buys back. They find the kill on the Phoenix as well as the axe. Meanwhile, Ursa is shredding apart the OD. OD buys back. Ursa, he is getting leashed and his Aegis is popped. That's a lot of buybacks, but Tiny is still strong. Ursa is trying to man fight him, but has to run away now. And do they find the kill onto the Viper as well? Viper did buy back, I think. Not 100% sure, but Doom for sure bought back. Nice, 2 heroes done. And there's the OD ultimate to finish up Viper's life. Viper did not buy back so far. Now is the buyback of the Viper. Has Radiant overextended. Kill onto the Shadow Shaman. And they are taking this mid lane of Rax. There is no buyback in the Shadow Shaman, and there is no Phoenix for another 15 seconds. And they are straight going for the Ancient. They don't want to deal with any top lane. Actually, now they're thinking, actually, maybe let's get the top lane of Rax. And Mask of Madness being procced. And Ursa, he's very close to his Abyssal Blade, but can't quite have it in this game yet. And this is just 2 lanes of Rax, it looks like, for the Radiant. And they aren't going to lose their mid lane, their melee Rax on the top. And Dire is going to, Radiant is going to respect the power of the Dire lineup and is going to retreat now. It is a 13k lead now, though. It is the Lina above everybody except Ursa on the enemy team. That cannot feel good. Viper has a pipe, but not much in terms of damage against heroes like Tiny. They did get the OD buyback, so let me see, it wasn't OD buyback, it was a Doom buyback. If you find a kill of any of those 2 heroes, they won't be able to join a fight for quite some time. Titan's Liver now also found on the Viper. That's a really good item. It gives you some damage, it gives you some good tankiness. And Ursa, really close to that Abyssal Blade now. Wanting a BKB as well, understandable. Is he gonna save for buyback? He is not. He finishes the Abyssal Blade, believing that can turn a fight around. He also has the Paladin Sword now. Lots of lifesteal with that. Overpower has been used. If he gets his Abyssal Blade delivered, he can maybe make... Ooh, they smoke up. They smoke up. Are they going to turn around on this? There's the Abyssal Blade on the Ursa. Radiant does not know about this, and that can turn this game around. Ursa, he is going to see 3 heroes. Is going to get doomed immediately after using his Abyssal Blade, and he goes down. He is dead. Does not have buyback. Shadow Shaman going down as well, and Tiny is just hitting the egg. And that's Phoenix down as well. Viper down. And the OD does go down to the Axe now. And Axe has... Oh, toss forward on with the Doom. Doom going down as well, so... Prophet getting the double kill, but they get the OD as well as the Doom, which makes this a bit harder to push for Radiant. And both of these heroes are dead for quite some time. Tiny can still, though, like, he can just own all the buildings very easily. Very easily. And yeah, we see this tower doesn't really stand a chance against this Rockman here. But Ursa is going to come here. Is he gonna make a play? No, he will retreat. Ursa did just go down to the Doom there. He tried to Abyssal Blade in, but immediately got stunned and doomed and had no chance of survival there. But I would like to Dire to make a smoke play right now. There is no 20 seconds. There's 20 seconds without an OD or a Doom. So just try to find this Tiny. Tiny 13 to 17. And the Shadow Shaman is going to try to establish some vision around this bottom lane, thinking that's most likely where Radiant is going to pressure next. Roche is not up for another minute and a half. Of course, Radiant nor Dire knows that. But there is a DD on this Tiny. If there was ever a moment to fight for this Radiant lineup. It is about now. This Tiny hits for casual 600 damage. He has finished the AC. There's also Grimstroke with a Force Staff now, the Lina with an Aghanim Scepter. Oh, they see the Viper's thing here. Do they get the Yules? No. They see the Ursa in the creep wave. Are they gonna make a play on this Ursa? They're gonna try to intercept him when he walks back. Oh, there is going in from the Doom, with the Doom on the Phoenix. Meanwhile, the Shadow Shaman found the Lina, but Lina simply gonna get saved, and the Shadow Shaman is down. Ursa is going to blink onto this OD. OD is getting low here, but there's too much crowd control with this Tiny, with the Force Staff from the Grimstroke. There's a toss forward and a banish onto the Viper. And there is some heal with the Sunray, but there is the OD ult and Viper down. There is a buyback on the Ursa, but I'm not sure if that is going to cut it. They don't have the Viper for another minute. And Tiny, yeah, they are going to call it GG. Well played. Radiant wins this first game. But again, it is a best of 3. Nothing is lost yet. I'll see you guys in game number 2.